we ready?
Cheers.
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 Cheers, the water bottle.
Cheers.
Water.
Boom, boom.
Hello, and welcome to the
Lux,
podcast. My name is Kevin,
this is Peter.
and we got a special, very special guest, actually.
Oh.
His name is Alex.
Oh.
Hello, Alex. How are you doing?
How's it going, Kevin?
What's up?
I
What's
love
up?
the voice.
What's
I love the voice.
up? So, Alex, tell the viewers, who are you, what do you do, and what do you like?
So my name is Alex Sydor. I am 19 years old, and I am from Westchester, New York. Right now, currently, I like fitness, so I do social media and fitness online on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm trying to just build a following. And
Show yourself out.
Yeah. Instagram at Alex Sydor, YouTube Alex Sydor, TikTok Alex Sydor. Everything's Alex Sydor. ALEXSYDOR. But yeah, that's basically what I do. I'm a full-time student at Penn State, and I am a sophomore currently, and I basically just do fitness and Instagram and compete in sport called powerlifting. And yeah, I have a couple American records, have one world record. I'm a 3 times national champion, 2 times in 2019 and 1 in 2021, and then hopefully a few this year. And then I'm in August I should be going to Ecuador for IPF Worlds, so that's one of my biggest meets this year.
Shit.
That's dope as fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
That is dope.
And yeah, I have one brother, dad and a mom. And yeah,
It's his whole life.
Okay.
that's about it.
What do you do at Penn State?
So right now I'm currently studying kinesiology. So I'm
Okay.
gonna have finish the semester, and then I have 2 more years and get my undergraduate
Can you explain what that is, actually?
kinesiology. So it's basically exercise science. It's like movement exercise science. So
Oh,
I'll
okay.
be like studying like how the body moves and like the way the way joints moves, the way ligaments moves, and,
Okay.
stuff like that, and just learning about the human body movement. Yeah.
That's pretty
Hey,
sick.
I get
So
it, I
like
get
with
it.
that, I'm gonna try to go fitness full time. Like make social
Yeah.
media my life, so I don't have to use that. But that's like a backup degree, where I could become a PT or I could become a chiropractor or something like that. as a
Okay.
With that
backup.
degree.
Not bad,
Okay.
not bad at all, honestly.
But yeah, so that's my main like goal is like use fitness, and then hopefully in around 4 years from now open up a gym in Florida. That's my goal.
That's
Oh,
sick.
shit.
Florida's a spot for it. For
Yeah.
Damn,
Sure.
okay,
So-
okay. I did not even know this. Wow, shit.
Yeah, you're gonna learn
okay,
a lot.
that's very good. That's very good, honestly. I
So-
gotta admit. One question I do have for you though, it is not somewhat deep. Okay, out of all, because I don't want to stay on like your
Fitness.
background on
Yeah, too
fitness.
much.
Basically,
I know.
too much. So I just have one question off of
Yeah.
it. Though. Out of all of the competitions that you've been to, that you've gone to, that you've competed in,
Yeah.
okay, which one would you say was the most influential on yourself, basically?
Influential myself.
Like influential as
Yeah.
in like give you either the most hope
Yeah.
or the most recognition.
Okay.
Either
gotcha.
or,
Or
basically.
like
You get
taught
to
you
pick.
something,
Yeah, so I
Yeah, who
have-
taught you the most,
So
basically?
it's actually kind of a funny story because it kind of got you'll hear about it. So definitely was 2019 Raw Nationals, which was in Lombard, Illinois, which I'll be going to Lombard, Illinois in around 2 weeks to coach some of my athletes I have now, because I also have a coaching business where I coach clients and athletes and in powerlifting basically.
Okay.
So I'll be going there in 2 weeks to Illinois. But 2019, let's take a flashback. 2019, I'm competing, and I was 17 at the time. I'm competing for to win nationals, but then also for the IPF World spot to go to Belarus in 2020 to compete at IPF Worlds. So it's 2019, and me in the competition have like a very close matchup, and basically I ended up winning the whole entire competition on my last pull, because you have 3 lifts, so you have 3 squats, 3 benches, and 3 deadlifts. And I was on my 3rd deadlift, and if I missed it, I would have came in second. And if I got it, then I came in first. And I got it, I came in first. So me getting that, it propelled me to, oh my god, I won nationals, but
Now
I'm about to
I'm
go to
going-
IPF
yeah.
Worlds, right? So it's probably my biggest my biggest hope in powerlifting and that sense. But then as a year goes on later in 2020, it's it's January, it's February, we're having a good time, and then boom, March hits,
Yeah.
and then COVID happens, and then they start canceling all the events, and then basically all my hopes are up here, and then they got crushed out here. So yeah, so then Worlds didn't end up happening. I didn't go to Belarus. I didn't go to IPF Worlds in 2020, and yeah,
Screwed everything up.
So then another question off of that, basically, then, like, so you just said that basically like all your hopes basically just got crushed off the fact basically because of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you couldn't do
How did
anything.
you keep yourself up basically
Yeah, so
like with all like your hopes and dreams basically like where you wanted to go, like how did you keep yourself up?
Yeah, so it was like very luckily of me during that time of around I think January, February. I met some great people during that time, but like I don't know why, but I started buying equipment for my house. So like home gym equipment. I'm not really too sure why, but like I expanded. I bought a rack and I bought a bench and then I bought a bunch of weights. It's like I almost pre-predicted it.
So this is before like the actual
before
COVID
like
thing.
the actual like
Actually,
Yeah,
lockdown.
before
Okay,
like
yes.
gyms started closing and stuff like that.
before gyms. So I had like everything set up. So I was like, here and there. I was obviously still going to the gym, but I was like here and there, training at my home gym when I was like, okay, maybe it was snowing outside. It was January, February. It was snowing, and then boom, March hits COVID, and I had this gym right in front of me. So as you see on people on Instagram, I see people stop posting. They kind of fall out. They kind of stop doing stop lifting because they literally can't. So they're trying to buy equipment, stuff like that. I already had that, so I was full force, motivated to just keep going, to keep training, and I was doing all my lifts in my fucking dungeon house basement, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, I just kept going, and I was like not as motivated because I didn't have like the atmosphere of like a gym around you, people around you. I was kind of by myself, and I was with a couple of my friends, but wasn't like in that atmosphere. But I was like, I still had that goal. I was like, okay, well, everything eventually is gonna get back to normal. Like nationals is gonna happen again. I'm gonna have the chance to go to IPF Worlds, which is it's crazy to say 2 years now. It's best like this. I'm going to nationals in June, and then hopefully IPF Worlds in August. So it's like it took almost 2 years to get back to normal. But here we are now. So it's like I saw like an end, not like an end goal, but like I saw like the future. I was like, all right, it's eventually gonna get back to normal. Let me just keep working in like the dark, where not a lot of people are gonna be in the situation. I should be thankful for the situation where I have equipment. I'm like, I have equipment, right? Some people don't. So I really was like thankful for the situation, and I just kept working, in the silence, in the dark, posting my stuff on social media.
So I remember exactly like as soon as like COVID hit, basically every single person in the world was like selling all of their fucking equipment, like even on Facebook Marketplace, on Craigslist,
because they're trying to make money off of it.
The thing is,
The
it
market
was
was
because
3x.
high in demand, everyone was selling it, but the thing is, prices were so damn high. But the thing is, people were buying it.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking you that question.
Yeah.
But the last question I do want to ask, based off of this whole entire thing, off of your fitness career, basically was okay. So you got into Belarus.
I was supposed to.
Yeah, but he never won. Yeah.
So you won. What was it? The nationals.
Nationals, yeah.
So you won nationals. You're supposed to go to Belarus.
Yeah.
Did anything ever come from that? Like, as in, like, did you ever get like another like invitation to go there for like either next year, like for 2021 or 2022, basically, or
No, it was just
like, did you get anything
just
else from that? Just because of like COVID, did you get anything else besides the fact of going to Belarus from that?
Literally, the only thing I got was from the national like team. It was just like a USA jacket and then USA pants, and that's it. Like I just got clothing that they're like, okay, here's some clothing that I'll give you, but like you're not going to IPF Worlds. I never got like another chance. Big, okay, next year.
Yeah,
there wasn't.
Yeah, because there
So
wasn't.
you would have been
Yeah.
competing for USA though.
Yeah, it's competing for USA. I was competing for Team USA.
Okay, fuck.
Yeah, you'll see me hopefully in around 5 months wearing a Team USA singlet, and I'll be in Ecuador and I'll be fucking squatting a bunch of weight. So
That's sick.
Let me get a fist bump.
That's sick.
For that
That's
shit.
we're gonna be that, and then
That's not bad
we're
at all.
gonna beat all the other countries.
Hell yeah, that's
Dude,
fire.
I could finally say, would that be considered as a like an Olympic national team or no?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's,
So
powerlifting is an Olympic sport, but it's getting there. But it's like it is recognized by the Olympics as like it's gonna get it's getting there.
It will.
So
I feel like it will.
So
It
you could
has
be
to.
like,
So I could say I got a friend in the Olympic
Olympics.
national team. The USA Olympic national
and then you
team.
say if I win, you could say I'm a world champion. Like I'm like not a national champion, I'm
Yeah,
a
world.
world champion out of like all the countries in the world.
Damn.
Yeah, because it's
Hold
filtered in
up.
some sort of way that it basically is that, right?
Yeah.
Like the championships, they filter all the countries to
Exactly, because all the other countries, right, like Italy, Spain, Ukraine, Russia, all the other countries, right, they have their own nationals. So they have nationals in their countries, and then they get the number one guy in the category. So
or
I'd be
in the continent or whatever it is.
country.
Yeah. No, in their country, but then they have something in their own continent, no? Or no?
Well, no, it'd just be the country. So, like, I'm going for the entire United States.
Yeah.
Someone become entire Portugal.
Yeah.
But everyone comes to, like, one event, one national event.
And then all the countries fight.
Exactly. And now, and then now we get brought at this event called IPF Worlds, and now we're all going, it's like country versus country, you know? USA versus Portugal versus Spain versus Italy versus Canada, you know? Okay. And then it's like whoever wins that, they're the world champion because all the countries are put together into this event.
So there's a lot of people there.
Okay. Oh, there's a lot of people.
So there's okay.
There's over 100.
That's a big hype, though.
Over 100. Not all the. I mean, there's over 150 countries in it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like.
So hopefully this is the last question, at least for me. Even though I said the last one was the last one. Because I'm generally interested in this.
No, I know.
Okay. So what's it called? So you just said like there's over 150 countries. Like every single country is competing for like every single thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there age groups? Are there basically like, are there weight groups? Are there different things? Like, what are you competing for? If you're competing for something, are you competing basically for the overall, basically like the strongest weightlifter, strongest powerlifter of like the whole entire of like United States, or are you competing for like your age group, your weight group, or basically?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I'll be hopefully competing at IPF Worlds in the 19 to 23 class, which is called the junior class. And I'll be in the 83 kg, or for the conversion, 183 pounds weight class. So that's what I'll be competing in. And it's kind of funny that you say, like, for the best overall, like, I'm hoping to get to the best overall, like, the best overall lifter based on a point scale. So they have different point scales that, like, rank you. So let's say, like, your total, like, whatever your total is divided by your body weight and stuff like that. They have a way to, like, measure that to be, like, put you with, like, that's measurable on, like, all the weight classes, right? So I'm in one specific weight class, and I'm trying to become champion in the junior, which is 19 to 23, 183 pound weight class. But eventually, when I'm older, I want to, you know, get my total high enough where this scale is like I'm the best in the world, like, no matter what the weight class is, right? And then it's kind of crazy to say this, but I'm friends with the number.
You're on track to it.
No. Well, yes, I am on track.
On track.
I am on track, if, you know, in a non way.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But what I was gonna say was I'm actually friends with the number one powerlifter in the world. He actually trains in my gym in New York, and he's the number one overall. Like, he has the highest points. Like, he's a 163 pound liver. He's 31 years old, and he has the highest points as a natural lifter in the IPF. So he's number one. Like, he has the highest total out of every weight class, all the males and females for both sexes. Because there's only two genders.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
true.
Getting.
There's only two genders. But yeah, like, he is the highest. He's the best. There's nothing comparable because of the score. Like,
that's fire.
Of the, you know, it's called the Wilks score. He is the highest out of everyone. 74 kg, 83 kg, 93 kg. Every single weight class, age class, he beats everyone. And I'm friends with him. And I get, like...
Can I ask what his name is, or no?
Taylor Atwood.
Oh, shit. Oh, I remember seeing him on Instagram.
Yeah, so...
Fuck, I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, so he's a 7-time national champion, 2-time IPF champion.
Holy shit.
And he's going to nationals in 3 weeks, and then hopefully, well, he's going to win, and then going to go to Worlds in South Africa. His Worlds is different from my Worlds. It's earlier. It's in June. His is in South Africa. So 24-hour flight.
So what's the difference between South Africa and Belarus?
So Belarus, that was 2020.
Okay. They change every year. So it's like the Euro Cup. It's the same thing. Everyone's at a different location.
Maybe if you, like, ask, like, okay, so he competes in June, I compete in August. Our nationals are different. The only reason they separated our nationals is because of COVID. They kind of started doing that where they don't have the same classes because he's in the open class.
So every single class is a different
No, not but age classes. So open class, which is 24 plus. I can be 19 and compete in open class, but it's like recommended that you're 24 plus. But it doesn't, you know, I can be 19 and competing with the big boys because I'm stronger and I'm with them, right? But
so you probably keep up on.
I'll keep up in like a year. I'll get there in a year or two and I'll compete with those guys. But I'm still in the junior with my appropriate age class. But yeah, so they separated it. So his nationals is in April, mine's in June. His Worlds is in June, mine's in August. So I, like, you know, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, but it's cool though because he could still pull up. You could pull up to his. Like,
yeah. No, I actually am. I'm 3 weeks. I mean, I still gotta book my ticket, but I'm gonna be going to Austin, Texas to watch his nationals.
That's fire. See, but that makes I feel like that makes it better because then you could go support your boy.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I know exactly. That's actually, it is nice.
So would you consider him more of a mentor or more of a friend?
I'd say more of a friend, because I wouldn't. I mean, Yeah, I'd say more of a friend because we became friends first. He gives me really good advice on certain things in life situations and just overall just like as a friend should. But like he's not like a mentor in the way where it's like you pay someone to like.
No, I'm not saying pay.
I'm not even saying that, but I'm saying like he doesn't like mentor me like in that aspect. He's a very knowledgeable guy and he gives me a lot of good information. But he's more of a friend than a mentor.
No, exactly.
But I look up to him. It's like he's my friend and like we have like I believe like everyone like everyone's equal. Like no one's above each other with like certain things. People think like, oh, I have more followers than you. I'm above. Like no, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I don't believe followers things like that doesn't matter about
exactly. So like because he like even though he's like the best in the world, like he doesn't think like, oh, I can't be talking to certain people because they're not like me. Or,
he's not like that. He's a normal person.
He's a normal person. He's a genuine guy, and it's like I get a lot of just advice from him, whether it's relationship advice, friendship advice,
everything,
training advice, everything.
Like a friend, like a
friend would do.
Yeah. So basically, then what you're just saying right there is basically answering the question I'm about to ask right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you just repeat yourself. So based off of everything you just
said. All right.
Based on everything that you just said about him right there.
Yeah.
Okay. And the way that I asked the question before about like mentor, basically either is he more of a mentor or more of a friend? The way that I believe that we both have different descriptions of what the word mentor means.
Okay.
For me, mentor, the way that I'm trying to ask the question is basically, so is he more of a friend or is he more so of a person that you look up to, the person that you basically not look up to, but also like the person that you basically like try to follow in his footsteps?
I would say a good mix of both. I would say a really good mix of both if that's what you think a mentor is. I think I have a little different definition. I've never really used the word mentor.
Like a coach, a person that you look up to, and a person that you try to follow the footsteps into.
Yeah, I mean he's like a good pathway to follow the footsteps. So I'd say I definitely take a part of that. Obviously, I want to make my own journey and my own things.
You don't want to be a follower.
Yeah,
really.
I don't want to be a follower. Yeah. I don't want to be a Taylor Atwood like a number.
Like a number two.
Like a number, not but like a Taylor Atwood part two, whatever. Like a. I don't know.
Basically a number two.
What's
a junior.
No, what's
Taylor Atwood Junior?
Like a doppelganger or something.
Yeah, I want to be like Alex Sydor because I'm unique.
Exactly.
To the aspect. So obviously, I look up to him and I see his journey and what he's doing and stuff like that. So I'm I take certain aspects from that. But, I do my own shit as well. And
you have your own path, but you take that advice that could help you or whatever.
100%. And stuff that will propel me further faster than it will for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he's a very knowledgeable guy. He's the number one, so it's he'll tell me some things that other people won't know, and
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're doing this, but he's like, oh, don't do this because this can happen.
Exactly.
I've experienced.
Tips and tricks.
He's helping you to not get hurt even.
Yeah, and I'll even give him stuff like that because I think I'm pretty knowledgeable, and he'll He's like, all right. You're a couple years younger. He's like, I'm 12 years younger than him, but he's he does listen to me and he does, take my advice here and there whenever,
exactly,
it's necessary. But
age is just an age. Age is just a number. Yeah.
But using this subject though, we're gonna transition into what we really wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take this for myself, even though you're the more knowledgeable person about this. So we're gonna transition into school knowledge base. Okay. We're gonna transition into basically how we believe what school, not how, but basically what we believe in, what schools should be teaching their students. Not the regular things as in history, math, English,
what
science,
school system do you imagine in your head?
This is gonna be quite interesting.
So a regular school system, I'm imagining 4 to 5 subjects. The 4 subjects that are coming into my head is English.
Yep.
Is science, math, and another language.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so basically those are the 4 there. That I'm basing it off of, for me at least, I'm basing it off of elementary school because elementary school that's exactly how it was. Middle school you get a little bit more classes, but it's basically the same exact classes all over again, but just basically with different names.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
calculus.
You get
smarter names.
Yeah. So that's math.
Statistics.
Yeah, exactly. That's math. Okay. I'm considering that as math basically.
A broad subject.
That's 6 classes at that point. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you go to high school, you get 8 classes. Okay. But everything is all
based off the 4.
Is all subjected into basically a total of 4 subjects, which would be, as I said before.
Yeah.
Well, technically that's
math,
3 subjects.
Science, English.
You would just say language.
And history.
You could just say
history.
history.
That's what I forgot before. History. Basically, those 4 subjects basically. but everything is correlated into those 4 subjects.
Yeah.
But then those 8 classes are between basically all those 4 subjects.
Yeah. I bet.
And so basically what I want to go off of what you were saying was fitness should definitely be
physical education.
Fitness, no, yes, that's physical education, yes. But I'm saying, and also health
gym
as well.
class.
But it's not taught in the way that it definitely should be. So basically, I'm saying like, don't worry about it. I'm saying like fitness as in the way that you're talking about it, basically, like how there is like a history behind it, how there's like so many winners, how it's almost like.
Yeah.
Is it an Olympic sport or is it not?
It's not an Olympic sport.
So it's not an Olympic sport. So basically, the history of it leading up to Olympic sport once it gets to that point, because it will once like it will get into that point. Once, like whatever.
Yes.
The history behind it, basically, and everything like that. That's one of my subjects that I believe that should be placed into the academic education. Yeah. Okay. And so, off of that, like. I want to hear what you guys' opinions are. What other subjects should be placed into the academic education? Yeah. Based off.
Are you opening up a school or something?
So you're saying like
no, not yet. Not yet. Maybe later on. You never know.
A college? What is it? Maybe a university?
So you never know. So you're saying like more in depth on like actually like teaching physical education like as a class?
Not teaching physical education.
I think that's what he's saying. I think that's what he is saying.
Like fitness as a whole, like basically like.
Needs to be taught better.
Needs to be taught better, basically. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So basically, like, what you have to do to acquire this. Basically, if you want to bulk, you have to do this.
Oh, there we go.
If you have to slim, like not slimmer down, but basically like what's the word I'm trying to look for?
Yeah, like lean down.
Lean down, yes.
It's kind of like health class, like, except they talk about
what do you have to do for that, basically? Because health classes don't teach that. Yes, they teach about like...
They could.
They teach about like sex ed. Yes,
that's literally all it is.
That's all it is. They don't teach about like actual thing. I'm trying to think about like finance classes for mathematical reasons, like mathematical subjects. Okay, like taxes, basically. Like, why doesn't school teach us about how to do taxes? Because that's adult things, basically. I want
you could take a class to learn that, but
not in school, not in like elementary school, not in middle school, not in high school.
You take it in high school.
High school, no. I never had that. I never had
CHS.
Taxes, no.
I guess there's certain finance classes that's like very specific, but like some people don't have access to it. Like I've never taken a finance class where I didn't learn how to do taxes.
I want subjects that
we had finance in high school.
Very accessible to every single student.
Yeah, where it's like a key staple in like the curriculum.
Exactly. So what are your subjects that you guys think that should be like accessible to every single education? Academic. Basically.
So can I go more about like the fitness? I guess I like just
go right ahead.
No, I mean I definitely agree with like the fitness aspect. I mean, for me it was like for powerlifting, right? Like I discovered on my own, right? So I guess like when you can talk about in school, like people discover what they want to do in school, right? And it's like so set on like, oh, I'm gonna become a bio teacher. Oh, I'm gonna become teacher. I'm gonna become a PT, or I'm gonna be there's like
things you figure out that you want to do.
They follow, right? But, like I learned powerlifting on my own, right? Like I didn't teach me. Oh, like my 8th grade science teacher or like teacher was just like, oh yeah, do powerlifting, like stick,
they don't.
No, I found that.
Yeah, it's not a subject.
On my own. But so like fitness, right? So they should have like physical education, like PE class, right? Yeah. Teach more about like how to properly gain weight, how to properly lose weight. I guess more of like an educational class more than just like throwing a dodgeball around and just like having kids.
Yeah, it's like you're losing weight right now doing that. Yeah.
Like I actually really like that idea of like them teaching that, and more like I did have health when I like back in the day, but it was like more like sex ed and just like
that's all it was.
Bullshit. Now I actually am taking a class kinesiology 101 in college right now where I am learning about how to like different things where you can use like the protein, like protein, carbs, fat. I mean, I knew all this stuff before, but now I'm starting to actually learn stuff like that. So, but in high school they don't teach
exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah,
because
so
basically like off the fact
what
that
stuff should be like fundamental in the curriculum, like fitness. I think fitness and health. That's one that should be like a curriculum where it's like you have to take that class, right? And I think in high school you do, but like it has to be like better, like the curriculum and more updated with like.
It's outdated. It's very outdated.
What I'm trying to say back in 1995. Where it's like, come on, man.
So what I'm trying to say is based off the fact of elementary school, middle school, and high school. Are the main factors of basically what you're gonna start learning in college. Okay, college is basically where you have to pick and choose. Okay, like what you want to do for the rest of your life. Okay, but if you start getting all these random options, basically in elementary school, in middle school, in high school, you're going to start figuring out, okay, what you actually like, what you don't like. And then based off of that fact, then you could go into college and you could start trying out the things that you actually do end up liking.
Yeah, 100%.
If you find the one thing that you actually do like, okay, then you're good. Basically, then you're set for life because you actually like it.
Yeah.
Like compared to the people that actually are picking these subjects, picking these majors that don't like it like at all.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just picking it just because it's there, whatever. They're gonna be miserable for the rest of their lives. Yeah. Versus compared to the people that actually pick the ones that they actually really like, the majors that they actually like, they're actually gonna be like set for life because they enjoy doing what they actually love to do. That's why I'm saying like the things I'm saying like for fitness basically like you have to involve many different like subjects. Yes, like the main subjects. Okay, like of what I was saying like math, science, history, English. Okay, but along with like PE, along with like art, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
And language as well. Okay, you have to involve all of those, plus all the different things that stem off of it, and basically that gives people more options because off of one bias, not one bias thing, but basically one major subject, they're not gonna figure out what they actually like. You have to stem out into different little things to figure out what they actually like.
Yeah.
So basically, like off
get
of
them
history,
a taste of everything.
Yeah, that's definitely because they like. Once they like go into like math and like science and like there's different other like calculus and statistics. But, like,
exactly. Yes.
But like, I guess like people just don't. I guess kids just don't enjoy that. Like I feel like all that stuff. Like they just have to do more enjoyable things in school where it's like
where it intrigues them.
Intrigues them. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean,
makes
I don't
them
think
interested in it. Makes them want to learn.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's doing statistics and it's like, wow, I fucking love statistics. Like this is awesome right now.
Yeah.
Like, I love this.
No, but like it's also the teacher too because like you remember certain teachers from like high school or whatever. It's like. Oh, like, I like that teacher because this is what they did, Like,
yeah. No, yeah, 100%.
They got you hooked to it.
Yeah.
You have to, thing is, the teachers actually have to love their subject.
Yeah.
If they don't love the subject, the students are not going to fucking like the subject at all.
Yeah.
Once the teacher actually loves the subject and actually loves teaching it, loves doing everything for that one single subject.
Yeah.
Every single student in that class is going to love it, get hooked to it, want to actually do more of it. And
100%.
That's going to become their favorite teacher. To this day, I legit have probably a total of 4 teachers throughout my whole entire school career. Not including college, because college I've only had one
K
professor
through 12.
that I've actually loved.
K
through 12. I can name them off. Miss Bill Skorsky. Then we're going to go to...
Alright, name them off. Fuck it.
Alright, this is very interesting.
Fuck. Now you guys made me fucking forget these shits. But I remember exactly.
No, you don't have to label them, but like, why did they get you?
Well, like, what did they do to you?
No, these 4 teachers that I have in my head. Okay, but I know Miss Bill Scorsese. She has been there. She's been one of my number one. She's my kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
I still remember to this day because like ever since like even 5th grade, like she was still helping me out with things.
That's crazy.
She was always surprising me for my fucking birthday, even when I was like a safety patrol.
Didn't you surprise? I feel like did you surprise some teacher? Did you go to some teacher's house and like surprise her?
Once.
You did that, right?
Once.
You did that.
Once. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But like I didn't even have this teacher when that happened. But besides the fact, okay. Oh fuck. Oh, now I just remember one. Mr. O'Reilly as well. There's 2 more. Another history teacher as well. another history teacher as well as Miss Orlando, another English teacher. Okay. There was one more elementary school teacher. She was my 5th grade teacher. I forget exactly what her name was, but she was a little bit older, but she was still one of the best because she also brought us on our 5th grade trip to Washington D.C. Those are my numbers.
That's why you remember. This girl brought me to
D.C.
Yeah.
I saw the prison.
So basically, all of those teachers actually loved what they were doing.
100%.
Every single person in that class, not every single person, most of the people in that class actually loved these teachers, okay? Yeah. And every single person that actually loved that class actually knew what they were doing. Yeah. The rest of the people that didn't know what they were doing, they actually didn't like the class.
Yeah.
But then again, everyone else, because the teacher actually knew what they were doing, what they actually, like, so they loved it, they did everything for that class. It made it one of, like, the couple of the best classes that I've ever had.
Yeah.
And fucking, in college, Miss A.
We're already going into college, yo. We said K through 12.
I'm sorry, but like, I remember her name. That's why that too. Whatever.
But
it is what it is. Basically, like I remember the teachers that I actually liked because I got hooked to a couple of different like subjects because of the teachers. not the subject themselves, just because of the teachers themselves, because of the way they taught it, the way that they taught it, like, to the fact that it's like interactive, to the fact that where like I can actually.
You don't feel like you're in school or
exactly. It
something.
doesn't feel like I'm in school. It feels like I'm actually having fun doing this shit. That's basically why I fucking like it.
Yeah, my favorite teacher was my gym teacher, so that's probably says a lot about me.
It talks a lot. It talks a lot.
That's true.
He's actually
true,
he was a competitive. So he's older now. He's like 50, but he still does it. But he's a competitive CrossFitter. So he would go to the CrossFit Games.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like the Masters and like the older like 45. It'd be like 45 to 49 and 50 to 51 or 50 to 54, and he'd be competing there, and he'd go to California and compete there for the CrossFit Games. Super jacked, super fit guy, and he was like just super motivating, and he always supported me with, CrossFit's like a lot of just endurance, running, a bunch of stuff. It's like basically like kind of like the Spartan
race. That's exactly what I was gonna ask.
But he supported me with powerlifting and really saw like my strengths and my weaknesses and pointed those things out and really helped me overall. And I was like, he was one of my. I mean, it's funny because people always like, PE. You don't really do much, but like I'd be in the gym with him and I'd be downstairs. All the guys would be playing dodgeball or basketball or whatever, and I'd be downstairs like. If I wasn't even working out, I'd just trying to get knowledge from him. Like, trying to actually just learn.
Yeah, because you could tell by some people they really know a lot.
Exactly.
Like, how they speak.
And he knew everything. You know what I'm saying? I was 15, 16, 17 at the time, and just, like, absorbing all this information from him. And, like, it just made me first fall in love with training more. And then second, just, like, be, like, a block of information. Just, like, just learn so much from him. And it was a really good, like...
I do have to ask you, though. Do you do a lot of cardio?
Only when I was playing soccer in the fall.
So then,
So not really.
Well, no, like throughout your whole entire life. So no, right?
Oh, through my entire life. I mean, yeah, I did always. I was always doing cardio.
Yeah.
So I was always playing soccer.
No, I mean, okay. Like even whenever you weren't playing soccer, like if you were just going to the gym to go like weightlift, would you go do cardio first? No. Okay.
Only when I was losing weight.
So then basically, this is not to degrade you or anything.
Yeah.
Then I'm saying,
Wow.
That's I'm sorry. But like, it will be very tough. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
But it'll be very tough for a Spartan race for you.
Oh, 100%. I'm not
yes,
very
for the
fit.
weightlift, like all the weightlifts, yes, you'll be able to easily do it. Okay.
Yeah.
But everything else
a lot
will
of
be
cardio.
very hard because everything else is yes, you do have endurance on your muscles, but you don't have endurance on your lungs before the cardio.
No, 100%.
Okay.
But I am a soccer player. You have to remember that.
I know,
I did just play a season. And I was playing soccer.
But then again, at the same exact time, then
don't doubt him.
Don't doubt him.
I think
I can beat you.
No, I think this is a
probably
challenge.
actually.
I think this is a challenge.
Do you actually want to do a Spartan race? And I'll actually do it. And I think I will 100% beat you.
Okay, I'm with it.
But when is the next? You did a Spartan race, right?
Me and my brother did a Spartan
And
race.
did you clock in a time?
Bro, these guys are drunk half the time.
We got in it. Me and my brother got in about half of the whole entire race, basically. Between everyone. What?
You came late?
No.
I mean,
no, because out of everybody finishing.
Out of everyone finishing, we came about around half.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant you
Because the race starts at the same time, but
like almost
how fast
exactly,
you do it, how fast you do
it. Almost exactly about half, based around.
All right.
That's basically what
But no, I'm down to do a Spartan race with you after IPF Worlds, after August.
Okay, I'm with that, yes. But then again, also, I do want to not remind you, but basically, like, tell you.
Like, I can run faster than you, though.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not
Sorry, you're not saying everything. I can run it.
I'm just saying the fact that me and my brother, we were preparing for a Spartan race by drinking. We were not going
That's what they were doing.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
But they completed it, which is good.
We completed it by getting into the 50th percentile.
Did you throw up?
No, I did not.
No,
none of us. No, because we knew not to drink the night before. Actually, never mind. I think we might have. I think we were a little bit hungover. Yeah. But we ended up competing. Yes, of course.
Okay. Sure.
Even the microphones. Don't worry.
Okay, but you guys maybe drank the night before.
So this is a nice challenge. It's a nice challenge. So we'll get to it one day. We'll get to it.
Do you perform better under the influence?
I don't know. I think there's only one way to find out.
I guess
there's only one way to
might
find
have
out.
to do it sober this year.
Spartan race sober.
Actually, no. Spartan race, I will not do sober. I know, never mind. I completely said that wrong. I completely said that wrong. I will not do that under the influence. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Got you.
No,
because of
I think
the
his
last
first
one,
statement. The first one never lies. Okay.
I think
the first statement, I was. Actually, no. The second statement, I was dying.
Man, shot.
I generally
he's
would have
very-
yacked if I was under the influence. I generally.
I don't think so. It depends how much, you know? There's a limit to it.
No, like.
No, I know. But I mean, I feel like you gotta have like a beer to do it, you know?
No.
And then while you're like losing your breath,
maybe in
like,
the
I need
middle
a
of it,
sip,
yes.
you know?
take a nick hit. Yeah.
Guarantee you, bro.
It'll get you going. That actually might help. Okay, so actually, that's an interesting topic. Like, a lot of powerlifters and weightlifters, explosive sports, a lot of guys I've seen take nicotine. They smoke nicotine because actually nicotine is supposed to help your cardiovascular system and like basically pump blood faster.
Oh, that makes sense.
thought it
It's like a
was supposed to make it
rush.
worse.
Yeah,
It's like a rush, yeah.
I thought it was supposed to make it worse.
No,
though.
it's apparently it makes it better.
I mean,
I don't do
in
it.
cardio, it's definitely bad, but
Yeah, but weightlifting and powerlifting, apparently like the rush and like the blood, like the
blood flow,
the blood
yeah.
flow is just better and just like yeah. So that's interesting to know.
Holy shit! I did not even
Yeah,
know this.
that nicotine like it gives you the rush, but
that's dope.
I don't know all the other stuff.
Damn,
like
so I
The thing is that no,
So I shouldn't quit. Thank
But
you.
the thing is, what's it called? As I said, what's it called? Generally, as you just said,
yeah,
I didn't even know about that fact. Okay, these
Yeah.
are things that should be.
yeah.
But listen, in school, if you're basing it off
probably
school,
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
No, but it should be taught
well,
about
listen,
I
because
thought about that
nicotine,
for a second.
nicotine itself isn't bad. Nicotine is addicting, but nicotine itself isn't bad. But what makes, I guess, those those Juuls bad and then cigarettes like bad is because like all the other shit they have in it. Like
Yeah.
nicotine
Yeah.
makes it
Chemicals,
addictive.
yeah.
And nicotine gives you the rush, but like
Yeah, because
If you just have
nicotine,
nicotine itself,
is
it's
an
actually
addictive
fine.
subject,
I had some,
basically. But it's also the fact that like,
nicotine gum the other day, like Nicorette gum, and it gave me a rush, and I was like, holy shit, like
just by chewing,
just
yeah.
by chewing, you know, and that's it. You just have straight nicotine, and like gives you a little rush, and that's it. But like all the other stuff that you put in your body with like the
toxins,
cigarettes are definitely worse. But that's why
Oh, definitely.
Juuls are invented. But that's just like that's other stuff. But nicotine is what gets you addicted to
Addicted
that
to
stuff.
it, yeah. That's exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
it should be. I think it should be taught about. I mean,
it should be
100%.
taught about, but I wouldn't say
Or
in
talked
high
about.
school.
But
We
like,
talked about
don't
it.
preach it. Like,
If it were in high school, I would say senior year,
Yeah,
last
maybe.
year, 1%.
Yeah.
But I feel like if
besides
the
that, no.
teacher
Like,
didn't experiment, like, I feel like if a teacher didn't experiment it or like in their life or something like that, you get me? They
Yeah.
wouldn't
Things
know.
no,
Like,
every
no.
single
how would you
teacher
know
have fucking-
this information
Yeah.
if you don't talk to enough people? You're
That's-
just
that's
home
very true,
sitting
yes.
reading from a book.
Exactly.
You can't.
So
some
how are you
things
supposed
you
to talk to a
can't
student
teach
about
from
Molly?
reading. You know.
yeah, so that's another thing. Like,
How are you supposed to talk to a student about Molly?
like for the curriculum, like it's so like
Yeah,
just,
it's like off the
down-
book,
off
you know?
the book, right? So there's like, I mean, they like, I guess. Yeah, it's just so off the book. That,
Yeah.
like, can they even come up with their own thoughts?
Yeah,
I guess, like,
exactly.
they have to add their own spin on things, and they have
That's
to be
what I like when
if they-
teachers teach like what they
No,
their own way.
their own
Yeah.
experiences and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and like their own learning, and like okay, like yeah, I did smoke fucking
Yeah.
cigarettes.
They'll
but
tell you some stupid
fucking,
shit.
I got
exactly.
I got nicotine and it was good
Yeah,
and shit like that.
it's
their
like,
own
oh,
It
experiences, whatever.
makes their students feel like they're more of
Connected, I guess.
Connected,
yes,
comfortable,
connected.
I
Yes,
It's
don't
like
know.
on a
because
personal
it's
level.
on personal level, yes,
Yeah.
because it reminds them because of the teachers. The
Yeah.
teachers are telling the teachers' students.
Yeah.
The teachers are telling the students about their memories of them as basically
Of
kids.
their life,
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
Exactly.
And so it's making the students more connected to the fact of basically what the subject that they're actually teaching about.
100%.
So 100% it fucking works out. Basically,
Yeah.
it makes the students more connected to the fact of what they're teaching about. Makes
Yeah.
the students more intrigued about what they're learning about.
Yeah.
And basically makes
Because-
them want to learn about what they're doing.
Exactly.
Okay?
It's off the book. It's boring.
Yes,
you know?
sometimes it might not be good. Sometimes it might not be good. Might not be bad. Okay,
Yeah.
but the thing is, the teachers are the people that have to, what's it called? Have to figure out which one is going to be. Basically, they have to figure out which one, like, okay, what they can say, what they can't say.
Oh, 100%.
And that's basically where the teachers actually come into context of where, like, okay, what they learned in college, where they were learning about
Yeah.
for that major of becoming a
Yeah.
teacher for that one single subject. Okay, basically that's where they learned about where they're gonna figure out what they can actually tell their students.
Yeah.
That's
And that's
exactly
also
what it's
based off
Yeah.
their
in my
teacher
mind.
It's
too.
also based off their teaching because I've heard teachers, they fucking tell me shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember college and I went to U Miami and I was getting fucked up at this party and I did lines of blow and
Yeah.
I've heard teachers tell me that shit. I'm like saying like straight up like after class, not
Yeah.
in class.
What teachers are you getting? Hold up, I want to see these teachers.
like that and like because we would get close and we like it was
Yeah, it's
just
on a personal
on
level.
a personal level, like just behind the scenes and like obviously I'm not gonna say names here, but like
Yeah.
when
Obviously.
they feel comfortable with you and like obviously that's a comfort level, that's a kind of more personal, but like
Oh, yeah.
they'll like open up with you and like have like interpersonal connections or like they'll tell you like, oh, I was like, hey, like I'm thinking about U Miami and then he tells me a story about, oh, I went to U Miami and then blah 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 blah, It's like, you know,
Yeah, that's dope.
I like that. Obviously,
That's cool.
It's, you know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like an interperson. You know, it's connect.
thing
It's
is,
like connection.
everyone's a
I feel
single
like
person.
that.
Everyone wants to talk.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
And just because he's a teacher doesn't mean like, oh, like,
Yeah,
he doesn't give you like.
He can't say.
He can't say other
yeah.
things like bad things because like teacher is supposed to be like a, you know, a teacher, like a mentor.
Yeah,
like,
you're
a
supposed
person
to
that
learn
just,
from
teaches,
it,
like,
yeah.
good information, but it's like let him, like, you know, I think it should be like if they need to say stuff like that went through their life that maybe like that were negative and they don't want to be put on their students, like,
and to
just
make
like
you
that.
look at it in like a different perspective too.
Yeah, 100%. Like maybe their fuck ups in the past and like, oh yeah, I fucked up on this in the past. Like, you know, teacher would be like, even for like small things, be like, you know, I remember I was taking the SAT. And the teacher was like, yeah, like right before we were about to take the SAT, he was like, did any of you guys drink last night? And then everyone was like, no. And he's like, good, because when I took my SAT, I was fucking hungover, and it was the worst experience ever. Like, the teacher was a proctor for the SAT, and he was telling me that, and he was like, said he was hungover before when he took that SAT fucking 20 years ago, and was just like, yeah, don't do that, and everyone's just like started laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stuff like that that's just like
it gets the drive going.
Hold up, I'm sorry, Mom, because I know you're listening to it.
Oh my god.
For my first SAT, I was actually hungover.
Really?
Thing is, okay, the second time I took my SAT,
you were on Adderall.
No, second time I took my SAT, I was completely sober. The first time I took my SAT, I got a higher score than I did when I
Really? That's funny.
So you should have drank more.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It was just like,
funny.
what the fuck?
Were you like hungover, like bad?
Bad.
Really?
Bad.
That is
And I got a better.
Maybe you should have been
I got
drunk.
a better grade when I was hungover than I did when I was sober.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Maybe you should have been drunk.
Were you like?
I got a 10. I got a 10.50. Yes.
No, were
yes,
you like just putting random answers, or were you actually thinking?
I don't remember.
I think that was a guessing game at that point.
He was like, C-A-T.
Let's have some fun. Yes. Thing is, I remember,
you know,
I remember
Kevin, that's how it probably was.
Yeah, no. Wait, but did you do the written response as well?
What?
The written response? Or
Of course, I did everything.
No, he skipped that part. He
No,
still got a
because-
higher grade.
No,
Because they took that out for our year.
The thing is, it wasn't that much of a bigger grade, but it was still a bigger grade.
Yeah.
It was so when I was hungover, I got a 10.50.
Okay.
That was my highest thing.
Yeah.
I took it 3 times. That was my highest.
Okay.
I don't know how, even though it's not even a lot. Yes, I know that for a fact. Okay.
I got an 1180, so it's like that's not that good either.
Calm down over here, Mr.
Stop
fucking
gassing.
Einstein.
It's not, no, that's
Mr.
like,
Einstein over here.
Where I went to school, everyone was getting 1400s, and I was like, you know, kids were getting to corn down 1500s. I was like,
I'm not good at tests. I'm not good at tests.
But back to the school thing, like I was okay. Well, that's besides the point. I set myself up better in life for like what I want to do, and like I feel like for me, I'm pursuing something that like I really want to do, like fitness and social media, and I have a coaching business and stuff like that. Like I'm actually doing something I enjoy. Like these kids are going to school, and they're going to really good schools like Cornell. I know some cool.
But they're not doing anything with life at that point.
I mean, I don't really know that. I've never really kept with them, but like. So I know one kid that's doing very well. That does both. He has a business, online business, and it goes to Cornell. But some other kids, they just go to school and they basically go to school and just have 4 years to be like, all right, I'm literally just gonna focus on school, but I'm just gonna fuck around for the rest of everything. I'm gonna party. I'm gonna do this, that, and then you'll see their grades will suffer. Blah blah blah.
Everything.
If they're only focusing on school. Now, if they're doing school and then they have a side business, they're doing hustling, they're trying other things.
Their mind's on something else.
Then it's good. You know what I'm saying? But if people just go to school and they're like, I'm so focused on school, and then they start fucking around so much and they start partying and are obviously there's a balance. You could fucking do that. Like I do that, but there's a balance where if you're gonna be like, all right,
you can do both.
School,
if there's too much, then you'll know.
Boom,
you could do both.
And you get a good job. But then, like, if you start fucking around, you don't want to fucking be in a bad position where, like, holy shit, now I'm doing terrible in school and I have no idea, like, okay, I don't want to do school anymore. Then what the fuck?
And then you're stressing out.
Now you're gonna fucking work at McDonald's and you're fucked. Like,
and you have to know your limits. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Once you know your limits, okay.
You also gotta know how to manage
the thing is,
more than one thing.
The thing is to know your limits.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna find it automatically.
Yeah.
You have to find your limits over a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Your certain period of time is not gonna be a month. Your certain period of time is not gonna be a couple of months.
Yeah.
It's gonna be over a couple of years. That's the thing, because
You learn from your experiences.
That's exactly what it is. You learn over experiences.
Yeah.
You learn over fucking like certain different habits. Okay, once you fix those habits that are not, I guess, good for yourself. Okay, then you're gonna figure out, okay, exactly. You're gonna specify what things are actually wrong with yourself, and then once you figure out exactly what those things are that are wrong with yourself, then you're gonna figure out, okay, the exact balance between school, work, and partying.
And
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Once you
100%.
figure that out, it's gonna take a couple
Sure.
years.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you're actually good.
100%.
That's why it takes up until junior year, senior year, until the fact where you're like, okay, like you can figure out what you're doing with your grades, what you can do, what you can't
Yeah.
do, to in order to graduate. That's exactly what it is. That's
Yeah.
exactly why college is the way that it is. I mean,
Yeah.
not factual evidence, but basically it's the way that I think about it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why, like, for me, I'm not in a fraternity. Like, yes, I tried joining one, not tried joining one, but like I ended up
Didn't want you.
I ended up bidding for one. Okay,
Yeah.
like I ended up like trying like like
you tried to get a bid for one, yeah.
yeah, no, I ended up getting a bid.
You
for
got a
one.
bid, but you just.
I got a bid for
So
one.
what happened with the
but then-
pledging?
Okay. So
Man, it was too
Couldn't
soft.
handle-
me and one, no, me and one
They
of my
pegged you
best
too
friends.
hard?
Okay. No, me and one of my best friends. Okay, whatever. We started bidding for this one frat in Montclair. I don't want to say exactly which one. But it was a very good frat, honestly.
Yeah.
Like all the people, like I generally loved them all.
Yeah.
I knew the president very well at the
Yeah.
end of like pledging
Yeah.
because we got very close at some certain points.
Okay. I see what you mean by
And
that.
so he fucking loved me. And so as soon as like there was one weekend where like me and my best friend ended up getting a bid, but my best friend couldn't be there at that time because he had some other things to do. I don't know exactly what.
Okay.
So, but I ended up being there, whatever. So I remember specifically walking up a staircase, okay, and they told us to line up in alphabetical order. And so, like, I was just like, what the fuck? Okay, so, like, we're all, like, trying to figure out, like, all our pledges, like, all the pledges are trying to, like, line up in alphabetical order on the stairs, whatever. And, like, one person goes in, and all of a sudden we just start hearing a scream. All of us, the rest of us, all the rest of us pledges are just looking at each other like, what the fuck is happening?
You hear screaming.
Well, we just hear screaming. That's all it is. Like, we don't know what the fuck else is going on.
Yeah.
Whatever. Next thing you know, it's my turn. Okay, they're like, close your eyes. I'm like,
Oh.
What am I walking into?
and then they're like, take my hand. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
fuck. This is like kind of gay, but it is.
Wait, so you had, just close your eyes, not the blindfold?
There's no blindfold, no.
Okay.
But like, just close your eyes and take my hand. I'm like,
Trust me
whatever.
here.
So we go through the first door, whatever. They're like, put this in your hand. They give me a can. At that point, I don't know what kind of can it is, but it's cold. That's all I care about.
Cold. Okay.
And then as soon as we go through the second door, they're like, they start talking. They start saying your name. So for me, like, fuck, I don't remember exactly.
What's your name?
That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so ready?
Don't
so,
know he fucked up his
You
name.
forgot his name.
No. So I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, like how the phrases that they said, but like I don't remember exactly. But like I'm trying to remember to like the best of my ability. So they're
Yeah.
like, Kevin Barco. You have been pledging for this fraternity for the past couple of weeks, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And they keep on saying something. And then they say, well, guess what? We have a pledge, we have a bid for you. And they said, something, bid for Kevin Barco, blah, 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 whatever. And then next thing you know, fucking 30 fucking girls go crazy, all the boys go crazy, whatever, and they say, chug your fucking can. So next thing you know, I open up my eyes, it's a Bud Light, and I just start fucking chugging it, whatever. And then we all go downstairs, all the players go downstairs. Exactly, just straight piss water. And that's the last thing
That happened.
Were you do like backflips and shit?
No,
Wait, so like
I couldn't.
you were like initiated in, like you were a brother.
We were initiated, like we got our bids and everything like that.
Yeah, but you were a brother, like you were in the fraternity.
Well, no, not at that point because you have to accept the bid. You have to fucking.
So
do all
what,
these
you didn't
things, whatever.
chug?
Yeah. So what
I
happened?
chugged it. I did everything, whatever. But then after that, basically, I don't know exactly what happened, but I think like, basically, me and my best friend like honestly just like stopped responding. I guess.
Oh, so it's your fault.
It was you guys. You're just like, hey, fuck you guys.
It was us. It was completely us. Like,
Oh, okay.
like honestly, no, we love the fraternity.
You just didn't wanna
yes.
be- you just didn't wanna do it.
But
Wasn't
for
for
me,
you.
Was it a Bud Light?
For me and my
Was
best
it
friend, for my best friend and I, honestly, it made no sense because like of the fact that we live legit like 10 to 15 minutes off of campus. So
Yeah.
we live there.
That made sense.
Plus off the fact that we have jobs. And
Yeah.
at that point, it was basically full-time jobs.
Uh-huh.
It would be from
Yeah.
6 a.m. all the way till 3 p.m.
Yeah.
3 or 4 p.m. Okay, basically full 8 hours,
Yeah.
whatever. Then after that, we'd have classes. Okay, we generally would not have time for fraternities. We generally would not have time for anything else besides the fact like school, whatever. Besides like weekends, yes, but then fraternities require like weekdays, require fucking weekends too, basically all this other shit. And like we both realized the fact like, okay, we generally like would not be able to do this without like generally like draining ourselves, like without.
You would drink, so you'd hydrate.
No, not draining ourselves like that. I'm talking about draining ourselves mentally, physically.
No, I know. It takes a beating, yeah.
We generally like, would not be able to do that. So basically, that's why we generally both never joined a fraternity.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing.
So to
this day, I still love that president. So to this day, I still love a couple of those like members. Like,
it just wasn't.
It just for us.
Wait, so you went through the entire pledging process, then you just realized it wasn't for you?
Not the entire pledging process.
So how many weeks did you go through?
2 or 3 weeks. That's it. It wasn't the full thing. Like we didn't go through
any things you could disclose.
No, we didn't get into those type of like pledging phases yet. Like not those hazing phases. If there are.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we didn't get to that.
I mean, it really depends. I don't know.
We only got to the point where basically where they were treating us very nice. Okay, like basically
you guys went out to parties and stuff like that. You guys go
to a couple of them, yes.
You guys had parties. You guys hosted parties.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, about 3 or 4 of them. Otherwise, besides that, like nothing really bad ever happened.
I got you.
Like we had fun. I legit was one of like the, in quotation marks, mom, because I know you're watching. I know you're hearing this, because this totally wasn't me. The chugging king.
Yeah, definitely not you.
Of jungle juice was not me.
Man doesn't even drink.
Okay, so you were in the so that's what you were in the 2-3 process of like getting bids and like getting accepted the fab before the hazing and
yes, exactly.
So you didn't,
if there was hazing,
if there was hazing,
we don't know. Okay. No, I actually don't know.
No, they're probably. I mean, there's some hazing.
Hey. We don't know.
Okay.
There definitely was.
But you know, that's actually very funny because my friend at Clemson, he had a rough like first year, but now he's actually rushing a frat, so he is in the hazing process. So he got the bid and everything. He got he made it farther than you. And then now he's actually in like the part where like they beat the shit out. No, but he's in that process where they're where they're hazing him and stuff like that. And yeah, like he's having fun in there and shit.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, he should be a brother in like a couple weeks.
But then again, generally, if I wasn't so close to home, like if I wasn't like 15
and you had a full-time job,
if like and if I didn't have a full-time job,
are you still in school right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
so like to this day,
are you fully online right now?
No, I'm not fully online.
You're in person classes?
I have 2 classes in person, and one online class.
And do you go to them?
He does.
I go to 2 in-person ones, yes.
Okay.
And
online one,
and then
too much work.
Online one, there is no Zoom meeting either, so
so
it's
just
fine.
web. Okay.
Exactly. So it's just online. So it's just in person, and so I still work a full-time job too as well.
Very impressive.
So what's it called?
The stuff he said he
wouldn't be able to do.
Like
8 credits right now?
I'm taking 9 credits.
So 3 classes, okay.
Yeah, 3 classes, yeah. And so what was I trying
And what
to
is
say?
your degree?
I'm a business administration major with a concentration in business analytics.
And what are you gonna do with that?
I have no clue.
And you're a junior right now?
I'm a junior right now.
And when are you gonna finish your degree? 4 years?
2023, hopefully.
2023. Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully,
So 4 years.
if not, beginning of 2024, if anything.
It doesn't take a.
Okay, maybe like December. Maybe like December of 2023, like an extra semester.
Hopefully, yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So like 4.5 years.
That's the max. That's the max. Hopefully.
Okay. Nice.
If anything, the absolute latest will be 2024. Absolute latest 2024.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
I don't care. But hopefully it'll be 2023. If not, beginning of 2024. If not, will be absolute latest end of 2024.
Okay, gotcha.
That's it.
Good.
I kind
of like how you do that where you're taking like a small like load like three classes like 9 credits like you can actually work a full-time job and you actually can still do that. That's pretty cool. So how do you space that out? No, now for you, like how do you work a full-time job and get to class and stuff like that? And,
so basically for me, it's so my full-time job basically I have to work in 8:30 to 5 for me.
That's a full-time job.
Yes, it is. And
9 to 5.
Basically, almost 9 to 5. Basically, it basically is
longer than 9 to 5.
No, basically is a 9 to 5.
It's basically 9 to 5.
It just including the lunch 30-minute break.
Oh right.
That's all it is.
Okay.
And so, for me, I schedule all my classes, like all my in-person classes, at night. So, so 8:30 to 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have about an hour and 10 minutes till I have to start driving to school because my class I schedule my classes at 7 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. because all my in-person classes are 2.5 hour long.
And how many times per week?
Two times a week.
Holy shit.
And so every single Tuesdays and Thursdays are my 2.5 hour long classes, whatever. One of my classes, honestly, it's only about an hour and a half because he just ends it.
That's longer than any of my classes.
And then the other one is about the full, almost basically 2 hours.
That's crazy.
It's not 2.5 hours,
Holy
but it's
shit.
2 hours. And
How do you
so
sit down
that's
for
basically what I do. Trust me, I'm dying the entire time.
I'm like,
And then after that, I legit basically just go back home and just vibe out for a little bit and then just knock out. And then honestly, I just study the day before class. That's if I ever, if for all the homework bits, I just do it the day before class.
Yeah.
Or I do a day of sometimes, whatever, like right before. And then basically
just get it done.
That's basically what I just do.
good.
Like honestly, because for me, studying is not a thing. I generally cannot study.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Just the way that my mind is, I generally cannot study because if I study, okay, I can study all I want.
Yeah.
I generally will not remember anything.
Yeah.
But the thing
And it's
is,
so tedious.
exactly.
You know,
If I study maybe 30 minutes before, for those
Just
next
zone
2
in.
hours,
Just zone in.
I will remember everything. But then
100%.
after that, I'll completely forget everything. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And I'm actually glad I'm that way because like it's just like less like I don't know, time wasting and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yes,
Like, fucking,
but
like, I mean, obviously you probably get better
very like what's that word I'm looking for? It's
very
procrastination.
yeah, that too obviously, but like you just study for 30 minutes an hour right before the test and zone in. But teachers always like, no, you gotta start studying a week before the test and do
Exactly,
20
no.
minutes a day. It's like, nah, like
Nah,
you don't have-
I got
one of my
other
classes-
things to do. Like I'm just gonna zone in for an hour and just like do that or like
No,
if it's an
exactly.
online
Yeah,
test,
but
I'm gonna
you
look up the
actually
answers
zone
and go
in,
on
though.
Quizlet.
Yeah, but you
I'm
actually
zoned
zone in,
Just be like,
yeah.
okay, I have a test in an hour. Let me fucking focus and
One of my so basically out of the 2 classes I have in person, one of my classes from the beginning, he legit told us, in order to pass this class, you have to do an extra 5 hours a week of studying to pass this class.
yeah.
Right now, I have a 70 in this class.
Right now, what?
Right now, I have a 70 in this class.
Yeah.
And I
And
have
it's
not
just like-
studied once.
Yeah.
That's it. Like all
They'll say
every
these-
single homework that I've had, every single exam that we've had, check or course review.
Exactly. Yeah, they'll say these like hours where it's like, okay, you're taking a 3 credit course and you should be studying 5 hours or 6 hours a week. It's like, dude, I don't study at all.
I don't have time for that.
No.
I generally
I don't study
have
at
time
all.
for
Like I just all your quizzes are first on Chegg, so I'm just gonna use Chegg. And then second of all, like I don't need to study. Like I just do well regardless because like I know stuff that I already just know the topics.
Yeah.
that. Exactly. Yeah.
Study.
No, for me, it's generally just the fact because I have school,
Yeah.
I have work, okay. But then on those days
You don't
off
have
that I
that
don't
free
have
time.
that I don't have
Yeah.
school,
Yeah.
okay. I have other things I have to do. Like
100%.
I have other priorities besides
like this
school.
podcast.
Yes, that
True.
too.
And
But
Hawaii.
it's not like it's middle school. You don't
Exactly. Yes.
You actually have work to do.
Exactly.
You know?
I have
Yeah.
other things to do. Like
But it's crazy
I
that his
can't.
work because he's 20 years old. That's
Yeah.
the thing, and he's a full-time student too.
Exactly.
That's
Generally,
very
it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I have other things to do. I can't completely focus every single part of me
Yeah.
on school. I have other things.
What was that?
I
Your
have
water,
other
please,
things to
Joe.
do where like, okay, yes, I get school should come number one.
Yeah.
But thing is for me, work will always come number one. School will sometimes be number two. Okay,
Yeah.
sometimes. But at that point, like, okay, I already have different things before then. Like I already have different things already scheduled before school, before blah,
Yeah,
all
you
this
have-
shit.
you have
Like,
a
And then
nice job
random,
set up.
random stuff
Yeah, I
falls
can't-
into
exactly,
play too.
yeah.
Oh,
Randomly,
100%.
like,
Yeah.
Like I can't change that shit.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, it is what it is. Okay. If I pass this class, I pass this class. If I don't, I don't. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
take
Can't
it.
complain
Whatever.
about it.
Hopefully, whatever. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
No, I definitely like the independence, like the independent aspect of like going from high school to college. Like high school was fun and all. I really had a great time in high
Yeah,
school.
best time
But
ever.
like the load for me personally, it went from 8 hours. I mean, basically 8 hours a day. In school from
Yeah.
like 7:30 till basically 2:40.
Yeah.
So that's like. I'd say 6 hours, maybe not 8. 6 hours of school, right? Just school. You got lunch there. You got PE class. But it's 6 hours of your day. You're just in school, right? Once you get to college, right? It's like nothing like that. It's literally like cut. It was cut and forth for me. It was like going to class for like an hour and a half a day, and then I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly,
I
yeah.
took 1 or 2 classes a day, maybe. So I'd an hour in class a day, done. Zoom class 45 minutes, a class an hour 45 minutes a day, done. Right? The rest of the day, I'm like, holy fuck! Like I have so much free time. It was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started getting to like different things like online businesses, and I opened my coaching business
Sure.
and like different things. I was like, I have so much time. I have like so much time, and I'm like, I can't just be fucking around like jerking my dick off like just fucking doing that shit. Like I gotta like actually do stuff with my time. So I was like, all right, let me really go like see what I can do with my life and see what interests me besides just doing school, I guess.
Yeah.
So. Exactly. So I think at that point, honestly,
we're gonna
Alex, you gave us your whole entire life story.
Yeah.
You gave us a great story, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're just gonna end it there at that point. Because honestly, we're gonna end it on a good note.
Okay.
We're gonna end it on a very good note. Okay.
School.
Sounds good.
Exactly.
You want to talk?
What?
You want to talk about any other topics now?
No.
Okay.
That's it.
We could do a part 2 soon.
All right,
We'll
sounds
do a
good.
part 2. Part 2
Part
we'll
two.
get you on again. Don't worry.
Sounds
Don't
good.
worry. All right. So Alex, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
Thank you for
It was
having
a
me.
pleasure.
Alright.
Yo, a lot of factual information.
Yeah,
Very,
a lot of good
very,
stuff
very
here.
factual
A lot of good
information.
stuff.
Very good information.
How long was that? Oh my god.
We're still not done. We're at an hour and 30 seconds right now.
Are you serious?
We're at an hour and 30 seconds
Oh
right now.
shit.
So thank you
so
for
much
coming on,
for having
Alex. Honest to God.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Anytime.
Peter, take it out because I know you like to do this.
All right. Lux Pot out.
Peace.
Peace.